readings right up to midnight, to where I'm going to be blessing my house. We're going to open the doors and let all the negative energy out the door, and then do some saging and other incense as well to ring in the new year with some positive energy, and also to get some good, good stuff. We all need good stuff coming in, right? So I'm going to be using some of my tarot cards here. I definitely have my Mystic Mondays with me, plus some other ones I have too. And we're going to have a good time. Yeah, yeah. I just have to keep memory looking right there because that's where the camera is. All right. So right now we're just going to wait for some people to join the channel. All right. The heck? That's not the right. Hello, Monica. Happy New Year, and I hope that your holiday went well. So you want a reading with about you and your best friend. So what exactly are you looking for, or like what kind of question do you want answered? Hi, Roxy. Thank you very much. Rough patch, huh? Okay. Well, let's go ahead and light some incense here. All right. You want to know if it'll be better. Okay, so you're a Scorpio. Your best friend's a Libra. Okay. So everybody that's joining right now, welcome, welcome, welcome. Just letting you know, I don't necessarily have a queue right now. It's kind of first come, first serve. So I will be announcing, when to ask your question, and I will pick at random. Right now, Monica's up for now, and so I'm getting my deck ready to go here for Monica. All right. So tell me about the Scorpio and this Libra. What's up with the two of these people? Hmm. So first of all, I have some really interesting cards. I have the Magician, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Death card, and they're all in reverse. My first initial impression is that you both will actually probably be rebooting something. However, though, don't expect too much to happen right away. Uh, I feel like there might be some sort of like physical connection between the two of you, some sort. When I say physical, is probably not necessarily like relationship or stuff like that, but I kind of see it, at least with my feelings on this right now. Like I see it more like physically needing to get together to actually talk and stuff like that. Which I feel that that's going to be the hard part. I think that person would actually be willing to kind of kind of come together with you. And I don't think this rough patch or this like this this intensity between the two of you right now is like bad. But I do see it as like a disagreement. That's kind of how I feel about it. I don't feel it's too intense. So with this death card here, and here's the thing: the Ten of Pentacles here is actually sandwiched in between the Magician card here. So um, there's gonna be needing some patience first of all, and a little bit of creativity to kind of help spark some interest between the two of you. And I think that that's kind of what the key is here. I think this can actually be water in the bridge type of. Ooh, I feel that there's water. It could be like water on the bridge type feeling. Like once you find that common spark between the two of you, I think that it'll kind of blossom from there. But um, I think it's like that person, your friend, be willing to kind of connect with you. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but I feel that the whatever, I wouldn't say disagreement, that's kind of a harsh word here. I just kind of see it as like, um, just like, I mean, I guess you can call it disagreement. It's just like a level of, just like water and oil between the two of you. You know, it's just something's just not mixing. It's very easy. You can mix it up, stuff like that, but it still kind of slightly separates. And I think right now the separation might be occurring with you more than your friend. Um, that's I'm just kind of searching my feelings here to kind of get some context in this. Um, I'm getting a lot of reversals here, so it's going to be kind of a. It's not going to be like it was before, and even if it did become like before, I think it's going to be taking a long time for that journey to come together. Now, ringing into the next year, I probably say um, you got another Pentacles here, as a matter of fact. So you have the Eight of Pentacles with the Princess of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, and these are all reversed as well, which is really fascinating. So I think right now, like you both physically need to come to get together, and with the new year reigning in, I think that this will actually, uh, you'll it'll work out eventually. If you kind of let it go on an automatic mode, don't expect it to happen right away. I'll probably say probably mid into next year, like during the summertime, where things will actually start to kind of get a little bit more easier for the two of you. But if you really want something to kind of help you get some traction, I think you need to make the move. I won't say there's like apology that needed like that, but it's just like something about you that you need to kind of like help, uh, kind of say, hey, I'm going to be doing this. Why don't you come along? And this person will actually agree to come with you, um, despite whatever differences that you might have. So, um, let me know your thoughts on that, Monica. If I'm hot or cold on this, or if you want to give me a little more context, that'll be helpful. But I think that, I mean, I do see that it will somehow get better, but if you kind of let it go on its own, then it's going to take a little bit of a while for it to kind of, get your friend back onto the how it was before, where you guys used to talk a lot. Um, and you're trying to figure it out. And it's miscommunication. So, and here's the thing, like I feel like that it's not about you need to come address the issue beforehand. It's just more about get in contact with the person, do something with that person, and then there's going to be an open dialogue at one point. um, you know, Maybe after a couple of visits, then you guys will be able to like, hey, what was that spat that we had earlier? And then you'd be like, I don't know, but I'm really, and both of you are going to apologize at one point instead of one person apologizing over the other. I just feel like that it's going to come together. Like there's going to be like some sort of mutual peace to come together to where you just want to like let it go and just, like I said, water on the bridge kind of attitude. So good luck with that one. Let me know how that works out for you. And if you want a little more in depth about that, or if you want have another follow up question to that, $5 donation would be very much accepted. All right. Um, okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the next question here. So this is all going to be random, everybody. So um, I need you to type in your name, your sign, and the question. And if it's like a love question, make sure you provide the sign and the person who you are, um, like the person that you're referring to. Make sure you have their name and their sign as well. So name, sign, question, and if it's a love relationship kind of thing, I need both of your names and both of your signs along with the question, all in one comment, please, because it's kind of hard for me to do this on the mobile app. I don't have my extreme set up to where I can actually follow the cues. So I'm actually going to do this in random. I'm going to pick up at random. Okay. So I'm willing to take on to the next person. If you go ahead and post your chat question now. Okay, there's Gina. I'm a Scorpio and my name is Manya. I feel really unhappy about my friends. I don't know if I'm just ungrateful or if it's because they're not for me and need some clarity around this. Oh, that's an interesting one. Let me pull out a new deck for this one. You know what? I'm gonna use my tried and true Angel Tarot deck. Okay, Manya. All right, Gina, you are Scorpio. And you want to know more about. Thank you very much, Roxy. Happy New Year to you too. So you want to know about your friends, you know, like your relationship between you and your friends. Like, why are you feeling the way you feel? All right, we got Eight of Pentacles, the Queen of Water, which is also the Queen of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. And on the bottom of this deck here, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So are you feeling some type of depression in general? Not to air out your laundry or something like that, but I don't think this kind of just is just with your friends. I think you just kind of I feel like that you might be kind of going through some really emotional process lately, and I think the bulk of it's mostly with your friends because I think you kind of uh you want to be close to them in your time of need, but it doesn't seem like that they're really giving you the support that you're looking for. Um, and I feel that there's actually two things going on here. One, I think it's because right now you and your friend's energy are just like, you know, it's like your guys are at level and stuff like that, but right now there's just some sort of incompatibility. You guys are both like either the same polarity, either positive or negative. It doesn't really matter if it's bad or good. It's just that you're both the same polarity and not the opposite where you can both attract each other. And right now, because of that, because of the force that's pushing you away, I feel like that's kind of what's making you feel what you're feeling now. Um, I feel that there's maybe some stress involved with this as well. Let me pull some more cards on this one. I feel it's kind of stress related on what you're actually going through right now. Um, I think this is kind of more on your part. I wouldn't say for sure if it's actually because you're ungrateful, but I really do feel that that this unhappiness is kind of coming from your end, not from your friend's perspective, not coming from your friends, but like just more on your end. I'm getting here the four of Earth here, which is also the Four of Pentacles, which is very closed off right now. And I think right now you need something to help release yourself. I think there's like some sort of blockage here. Um, um, and I think this also probably I have a feeling because you also have here the Strength card and the Three of Cups here. And I think this is also because maybe your friends might have gotten some good news. They kind of complemented each other, and you kind of probably felt like a third wheel and not really part of the situation. I mean, I'm not exactly sure if it's like, like good news on their part, but I just do feel like that there was an opportunity for all of you guys to get together, but um, either you were uninvited, you were not invited, or you were just like, you were there just like very detached. You didn't really feel like you were kind of connected to their conversations and stuff. Um, I feel like I'm more mature than they are, and they make some dumb mistakes sometimes, and that's kind of what I'm talking about right now. Like you're kind of feeling like a third wheel um, with everything right now. And especially with like whatever like what they get together with and stuff, um for the good news or for whatever they're kind of cherishing. um I just think that there's just some sort of like disconnection here, like I said, with both of you being the same polarity of energy. Now, you bring up a good point here, because the fact that you're talking about them making dumb mistakes and decisions and stuff like that, and that's probably something that you probably want to kind of obviously separate yourself from, because they uh it kind of goes in hand with this one, because I'm talking about here earlier that 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 you're stressed, that you're uh that this negativity, or not negativity, but like this feelings are coming more from your side than them. So it's not necessarily them pushing you away, but you're pushing them away with your feelings, and that third wheel feeling. And with you kind of pointing out that fact that you are um yeah, you feel like you're not important, and it's probably because of the fact that you maybe also you growing apart as well, different needs, different interests and things like that. You know, I mean, I am getting a lot of Pentacle cards here. Um, with that said, I feel like that maybe your friends are a little more on the physical things, that they're very materialistic, and you are actually looking for it more on the emotional side. Like you're really looking for more of the connection than anything else. Like maybe they like to go shopping a lot and stuff like that, but you like to more like save more money kind of things. And so that's kind of what I'm getting from you, that you're more on the side of caution, while they're more like on the edge of your side, and that's just something that maybe that's not you're not feeling very connected with. So um yeah, if you want to learn a little bit more about that, $5 donation, I'll definitely look more in depth with that with you, to see what we can try to do for you to help you feel more connected. Because another thing too that I actually kind of tell some people is that when you are at the state in your life where you are starting to like you're starting to separate from your friends, and this is probably because that you are now starting on a life journey, that you're going to attract new types of friends to yourself, right? Your old friends are going to start to kind of drift apart, and this kind of happens with life, right? You're going to feel this disconnect because you're probably moving on a whole other life path. And the fact that things are changing, and I think right now things are changing so rapidly for you, is the fact that that's why you're feeling like this third wheel kind of thing. um, So yeah, if you want to know a little bit more about this and what we can do for yourself, maybe like something about your path, $5 donation. I'll definitely more than happy to actually look into that with you. And if you want to follow up a question to that reading, it'll be $10. Okay. Actually, I should change that. More like a $7 donation. That actually makes a lot more sense. Let me change that. Because like, like 2 for twice the price, right? And we don't want that. So there we go. So I hope that was helpful to you. And good luck on that. And I wouldn't with what I said, it may sound a little bit negative and stuff like that, but it could also be a good thing, because the fact that if you're going on a new path here, that's that can actually lead to some bigger and better deals, for you. Okay, so hope that was helpful to you. So the next question, random again. Please post your name, your sign, along with the question. And if it's a love-related question, make sure you put both your names and both of your signs. So go ahead and put that in there now, and I'll choose the next random person. And you know what? While I'm at it, Gina, I'm gonna go ahead and pull a chakra card for you while I wait. Why not? Puja. Cancer. Can I have a general? Absolutely, you can. Really quick, Gina. So this chakra card that I pulled for you, gossip. Very interesting that I actually pulled this out for you, a gossip card, and it's green too. Wow, that just gave me like kind of a buzz just thinking about that, and the fact that we have gossip here, it kind of goes in conducive, or like in parallel to what you're kind of going with, right? You look at them, you got this like main girl with the two people side by side with each other, and this kind of goes in well with you. Like, the group of friends is sort of like the person in the middle, while you are kind of like embodying those two women on the side. So very interesting. I don't know the entire booklet yet for this one, so I kind of do an intuitive style reading based on the keyword and the picture. Okay, Puja. Let's see here. You just want a general. You're a Cancer. Can I have a general? Absolutely. Okay. Let's ring in the new year, right? Pick a number between 1 and 12. For January 2021. Perfect. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, I pulled the passion card here for you, and we'll take a look at that in just a second. For your chakra. This is a really cool deck, by the way. This is the chakra deck. Really, really cool. And hopefully your holidays have been going pretty well. My manager actually gave me this beautiful chakra bracelet, since we're on the subject. Okay, so Puja. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Very interesting. So we pulled this passion card here for you, right? And the passion card it's about, and this is actually the orange chakra color too, which is kind of based upon your sacral, um your sacral, not sacral, excuse me. Yeah, the sacral chakra, which is sort of like your pleasure area. Uh when it comes to the chakras now. And I'm getting here um some you got a lot of cups. I'll tell you that right now. First of all, we have the Fool's card right here, which is why I'm actually very interested about this, because we have the Fool's card and then the Passion one. And I feel that you're going to be hitting onto something that is going to be like fun. And I think that's kind of I've so the word prayer is coming in here, that you recently did a prayer and you've been praying for the last couple of months in terms of just general happiness. Um, Nothing love, nothing materialistic, nothing too far fetched. I think you're kind of just looking to say, hey, dear, you know, dear religion, dear God. I'm not exactly sure which religion you follow, but you said in your prayer. I feel that you said in your prayer, like, obviously you said bless the family, bless the loved ones that I'm around, stuff like that. But really, um, I feel that my time is next year. Can you please help me, get my life together and help me find this happiness? Because I feel like there's probably some sort of like empty, like it's almost like a bucket. You're filling the bucket with water, but there's a very, very slow leak in it, and because of this slow leak, you're constantly losing this energy, and uh, it takes a little, even though with it being a slow leak, you feel a little bit tired because maybe you're replenishing your energy, um, you know, into this water constantly while you still have like this leak. So, so now we have here, and it's funny because I'm talking about water and buckets and stuff like that, and we have these cup cards here. We have the Princess of Cups, right, along with the Death card, and you also have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Now, um, I feel that emotionally, you're probably going to feel like a type of cleanse, and I think that's probably actually it's funny you said, I just said cleanse, 'cause I was just about to say like maybe you need to go on some sort of type of cleansing, both on a dietary cleansing and a spiritual cleansing. Um, I don't think social media is probably like your whole thing and stuff like that, but I think there's some things you could probably disconnect yourself to kind of help you regroup your brain and your heart. Um, because I see you cutting off from certain things, and hence the death card here that I have. And with the Princess of Cups, you're really trying to grasp on, like, I feel like that maybe you might have been catering to other people's emotions, or even that you've been trying to kind of get people to notice you more. Um, and I feel that you're a little bit trying a little bit too hard to help you get that happiness. Now, this is one thing that I see that just be happening within 2021, is you focusing on like your general happiness on the inside. You just and I know this is kind of a cliche, maybe even a cop out, but saying, oh, you're looking for happiness, you're trying to focus on yourself and stuff like that. But then this whole focusing on yourself, you really need to actually kind of like pick out a plan. Um, there's some things that people do, like the 30 days of self-love and stuff like that. You can put a journal and then kind of, like, look up some examples of what people do or talk about when it comes to the 30 days of self-love. Um, let's see here. Ace of Wands, Princess of Swords, another princess, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and the King of Swords, or no, the Knight of Swords, excuse me. Further into this year, um, or are they still sticking with in January? Because I was kind of looking a little bit too further ahead. January will be sort of like a very solitary state for you. Um, Again, we have this princess here, and I think you're going to be very cautious about the things that you say. Hence why we have this Princess of Swords. Um, you're going to be cautious about what you say, but you're really kind of looking to um, like line up your priorities in a row and actually really kind of hone on to it and not let people kind of um, to scare you away from your goals. I feel that you're going to be very strict about that, as a matter of fact, because I have here the Ace of Wands in reverse. Now, usually this is sort of like, new paths and things like that. But what I see about this Ace of Wands is that, um, with you kind of doing this close off thing, like you're not going to take on new responsibilities, you're not going to take on new projects and stuff like that, because I think you have quite a bit on your plate. Let me see here. So I'm not seeing any other messages from you right now, but the Knight of Swords. Why did I just pick the Knight of Swords just out of the blue too in your thing? And it's actually in reverse. So with you, and I just mentioned that you're actually going to be that you're going to be um, kind of cautious about what you say stuff like that. And with the Knight of Swords in reverse, I feel that you're going to be kind of making sure that you're taking that step one step at a time instead of really kind of going head first. Because I think you're very quick to kind of say yes to things instead of saying no. And I think that's probably one thing you probably need to work with is probably trying to learn how to say no. And I think that you probably need to take it into this new year, learn how to say no, and just really kind of be selfish a little bit. So on the bottom here, we have Six of Swords in reverse, which I do see you kind of getting out of this situation, like kind of like this mental blockage kind of thing. And then we got here the Passion card, where with you kind of going on to this like this little start journey kind of thing. I think you're going to be hitting onto some new interests as well. So this is actually a pretty big thing. You're talking about boundaries. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that, but I do see here. So kind of recap this here. I do see you taking on like a new path for you to kind of focus on yourself, to kind of get your spiritual happiness into goal. Then you know then letting other people kind of like drive you forward. So um and I do kind of see you unlocking yourself too with this right here plus the Four of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so I hope that was helpful to you. If you want to know a little more about this or you want to kind of go in depth with a follow-up question, $5. If you want to a question with an additional follow-up question, $7. For those of you who just joined, please, I'm actually choosing this in random. So um, type in your name along with your sign and your question. If it's a love question, make sure you include you and the other person along with both your signs and the question, okay? And while you guys are doing that, I'm gonna pull out my next deck. Oh, actually, no, I have another deck right here, as a matter of fact. Especially if somebody, I feel like there's going to be a love question coming up here pretty soon. And I just happen to have my Zodiac. All right, so next person to post right now with your question, with all that criteria, please don't do multiple comments. Right now, put your question, your sign, and your name. If it's a love relationship question, both your names, both your signs, and the question all in one chat, please. Juicebox, hello, Juicebox. I see that your name is Daniel, but I need the full thing here. My name is Daniel, sign Leo. Will me and Nicole reconcile? That I'll then she'll reach out. What? My name is Daniel, sign Leo. Will me and Nicole reconcile? She'll reach out. She is a Leo as well. Okay, and Gina, thank you very much for that donation. Just let me know which platform you sent it in, and that way I can double check it. Okay. All right. So Daniel and Nicole, you are Leo, and Leo and a Leo. Rawr, 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 rawr. Okay. Let's consult the zodiac deck here real quick. For some reason, this song just popped in my mind right now as I'm shuffling this deck. There's a Natalie Cole song. I got love on my mind, and there's nothing particularly wrong. There's a feeling I have inside. Gemini just popped out. I got love. And also pick a card, or not pick a card, pick a number between 1 and 15, please. So, this is odd. So, before I'm gonna pull some angel cards here in just a second. But I have here the Gemini, the Saturn, and the Scorpio pulled here. The Scorpio and the Saturn is actually in reverse, but we have this Gemini here upright. Something's telling me that you're kind of both chasing each other. Um, I'm not exactly sure what the fallout was between the two of you. I feel it's sort of like a mutual fallout, so to speak. I feel like it's almost like as if like there was not really like a side to the issue. Like one person said the other or something like that, and you could probably correct me if I'm wrong. Um, in terms of like the context, I just feel that there was like some sort of mutual disagreement, and watching be like, oh no, she cheated on me. Like no, I'm just kidding. Um, okay. If you bear with me one moment, I had a phone call come in, so I'll be right back with you. Where did that phone go? There it is. Bear with me 1 second, please. Hey, can I call you back in a few minutes? I'm actually giving a tarot reading right now. Is everything okay? Hello? Everything's okay. All right, so jukebox. Um, so let's see here. I guess the live was too strong. I was too mature at times, and she was as well at times too much pride. Nice. But we really did love each other. We both just went about things very immaturely. She was afraid of her emotions, and I could sense that. I know she wanted this as much as I did, as she was just scared and lied to herself. But I didn't pressure her. I accepted what it was and backed off. But we have been romantic and intimate before. It wasn't like I'm just delusional. So that makes complete sense. And the fact that I actually came up with the Gemini card here. So let me give you a little bit about Gemini. Gemini is sort of like two people born from the same egg, right? That's the kind of whole thing about Geminis. Geminis can actually embody not both multiple personalities, just like to switch states in between from one state to another, right? Now, I'm not saying you guys are Gemini, but we're kind of relating the relationship to Gemini, and that's kind of why I was kind of putting this up right here. And that's why I was thinking like there's going to be some sort of mutual disagreement, and that's what I was mentioning about right now. So, and what number did you choose? You said 3. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Abundance. Interesting. We'll look into that card in just a second. And that's a yellow card too. And the yellow card is the solar plexus, which is actually in link with Leos. Now, how does that grab you, right? Okay, so I'll just use my Mystic Monday. Tell me about these 2 Leos. Are these Leos going to reconcile and get back together? True that, Gemini, right? All right. And good thing that phone call came in. I was like down to 3% on my battery. Holy cow. Okay. Which is actually not bad because I haven't been charging my phone like all night. So let's see, what time is it? Ooh, we got less than 45 minutes until Pacific time, that is, until New Year's. Whew. Well, I do definitely see some type of reconciliation. I'm not going to say it's a full 100%, but I do see you both actually kind of coming together to kind of like work things out in a way. And I think it's going to start off really slow, but for some reason, I feel that there's going to be conditions. Now, first off, starting, we have here the Ace of Pentacles. I feel that right now, and here's the thing too. Actually, here's a funny thing. I have 2 sword cards and 2 pentacle cards, right? First, I have the 2 of swords in reverse, right? Along with the Knight of Pentacles. And then I have the 8 of swords. That's the two pentacles. I meant the 2 swords. 2 swords with the Knight of Pentacles, the 8 of swords, and then the Ace of Pentacles. Now, I'm feeling a ping pong effect here, and I feel like that it's almost like I feel like this is actually something that maybe you probably remotely say to each other, and I feel this has probably actually been said, like the ball's in your court kind of thing. I think you guys do that to each other. You've been kind of saying like, well, okay, I feel what you're feeling. I'm gonna put the balls in your court at this point. You go ahead and make the move, right? And it kind of starts off almost sometimes as if like, oh, you're hungry, so let me know what you want to eat. The balls in your court, and then or it's like, oh, you want to go out for the holidays? Okay, I'll let you decide. The balls in your court. So I know that's why I didn't want to pressure her. I told her how I felt and I just backed out, and then I'm waiting for her to reach out. And so, and here's the thing, I do see you both kind of talking at one point. Who's going to reach out to who? That's actually kind of weird. I think you're both kind of expecting it from each other. Both of you are actually kind of expecting each other to make the move, which is kind of funny. Because I had to hear the 2 of swords, and it's in reverse. And it's like the both of you, and it's funny because yet the both of you are kind of like waiting for each other to kind of make the move, right? And I think that's kind of, well, you want her to call you, and I think she wants you to call her. If I'm to decide who's going to make the move, I'd probably say you go ahead and make that move and talk to her. Um, um, I don't know why, but for some reason I feel makeup sex happens to be a big thing with you between the 2 of you. Like physical relationships, stuff like that. It's actually kind of a big thing, or at least sex is very important. Not too important, but I think it's kind of important to where I think it's going to come to a point where it's like, you guys like the makeup sex happens to be a lot better than the regular sex kind of thing. And I think you kind of you guys got very, very passionate. And at the bottom of this deck, I have the strength card here too. So I feel like you both of you are actually have a really strong bond. It's just like it's just weird compatibility. With the Eight of Swords here in reverse, like you both are kind of pitting yourself into corners, right? And that's where the issue is. You both actually need to kind of make the move, and someone needs to put on the pants. But make sure it doesn't turn out to be where it's too many chiefs, not enough Indians kind of thing. Someone needs to be the chief and the other person needs to be an Indian. And I think you have been like a little bit, I would say nonchalant. It's just like, you're like, oh, I respect her. I respect her privacy. I'm going to give her her space kind of thing. Where I think you should just kind of wear the pants for a little bit and just kind of drive her a little bit. Say, hey, come with me. Instead of her, she'd be like, oh, I really don't feel like doing this right now. All right, I don't feel connected. Which is kind of in that mode. You're going to be like, here, put on your coat. We're going fucking out right now. We're gonna go have some ice cream. We're gonna watch a movie together. We're gonna have a fucking good time right now, and then we're gonna bang each other's eyeballs out. Because you're both are fun. I feel that you're both are fun. I'm pulling some additional cards here at the Chariot, the Queen of Wands, and the Seven of Swords, right? And we have here like the Chariot, where you're both kind of I feel like that if you guys weren't in a relationship, you guys are kind of like fly by the seat of your pants kind of thing. Like you guys don't mind kind of throwing two sheets in the wind and it's like the sheets kind of take off for some reason. Um, you don't know if you can. We definitely had very passionate sex. I can imagine the makeup sex. um, and the Queen of Wands here, I also feel that because it's between the two of you, it's funny because I have the Wands here, and with her being a Leo, and I'm pulling out a Queen of Wands. God, I've never gotten so sexual before in a tarot reading before. Like, I don't know why, but like I'm having her right now, and she has her leg lifted up, and I'm just feeling like she's really like hot for you for some reason. I don't know why. Um, and I think it's kind of a good thing. She's kind of very passionate for you right now. Seven of Swords here. Um, she is going to hide some of her feelings to you. She's not deceitful or anything like that, but she will actually kind of hide her feelings. And I think you being a Leo and both of you kind of knowing each other very well, you'll know you kind of actually know when that actually occurs. But the thing is, you back off too suddenly. I think you need to kind of like call her out on her shit a little bit, and then she'll just kind of like she won't like it, but the fact that you need to kind of like be a little bit more assertive in the relationship instead of her kind of saying like, well, both of you are kind of standoffish. Um, someone needs to wear the pants, right? And I think you need to wear the pants, and then uh, kind of take control. I feel like that she can actually use more of the, like she can be led instead of being a leader. She can be led into things. Um, Yes, Gina, I got your five. I'll take a look at the PayPal in just a second. I appreciate that that donation. So, and to sign off with this reading. Oh, there goes my live cam. Yeah, the screen went blank because the phone went to standby, even though I'm streaming on this thing. So anyway, to kind of finish off this card, we have abundance here. So it's kind of funny. This is a yellow card with you being a Leo, and this is actually, and you both of you being a Leo, and Leo, the yellow card is actually parallel with the solar plexus, and then we have here both the man and the woman just kind of like kind of like standoffish, as I was just talking about right now, right? So work on your confidence to lead her. I think that's what she can actually use right now. Like, not like, oh, I'm gonna manhandle you, woman. Get your ass over here right now get in the kitchen and make me a goddamn sandwich. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But you can be a little bit assertive, or not assertive, but just a little bit dominant, right, in the relationship. And I think that will actually kind of like make her a little bit happy, knowing the fact that you care enough to actually help lead her like that. Okay. Gina. All right, so Gina, let me just confirm here the PayPal real quick, which I do appreciate you doing that. Security code. Great. Actually, I should have it here. Ah, yes, I got it. Thank you very much. Okay, so Gina, how can I help you? Did you have like a follow-up question, or do you want to go in depth with something else? And Gina does get the priority right now. She did pay a donation of $5, and if you want to be bumped ahead of the line, $5 donation, and they'll put you in the next reading after her. Otherwise, I'll be picking it random. Can I know what to do about the friend situation that I talked about earlier? And you're lost about that. Okay, let's pull out a different deck here. So I was mentioning about the friend situation, and I think what's happening here is that you're coming into some new interests, and your friends are going completely different interest situation. Like you're both are kind of, kind of seeing life in a different view. Therefore, that might be kind of pushing you away a little bit. But let's pull out some additional cards. Let's see what's going on here about that, and like what you need to do. I think that's kind of more important. Like, what do you need to do about this situation? Should you try to reach out to them, or should you actually go on your own path? And I think that's kind of what the primary question is here for you. You think you need more sensitive friends? Is that what you just said? We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Swords, Five of Pentacles. You're getting a lot of Pentacles, and I think this happened to you. But did I give you a lot of Pentacles earlier? I can't remember. I think I gave you quite a bit of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles, and all these are in reverse. I think you might have been relying a little bit too much on their positivity to kind of help drive you a little bit in your what's the word I'm looking for? Like you really look up to them. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at. Like there's something that you really like about them. You're trying to be looking up to them for a while, but um, I think you've been kind of forcing yourself to kind of get them to notice you, and to also get them to like acknowledge your successes and things like that, or to come to your aid, which it hasn't been happening. Now, what you need to do, I think you actually need to follow a path here with these six of. See, I feel like that right now with you trying to actually connect with them is the wrong thing to do. Because I'm not getting anything here. If you're to follow them, to continue to follow them, I don't see anything good happening with that. I see here that you're going to be kind of mixed up and very unbalanced, as a matter of fact, because we have the Six of Earth here in reverse, and therefore this is not going to be exactly what you need. And I think you're going to become more materialistic than what you are right now. Um, yeah, and that's your problem. And I just got through saying that too, that you need to that you're kind of like you're trying to look upon their like what's the word I'm looking for? You're looking for their comments to kind of compliment you, right? Or like when you need support, like, oh man, I'm feeling down today. I just had a really lousy day, and they're probably just like on the phone. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. And then they start going about their day, and you're like, can you like listen to me talk for a little bit? Like that's kind of what I'm getting here. So, um, I think that you probably need to just kind of let it just yeah, I think it's gonna kind of like start separating a little bit more. There's gonna be a wedge there, um, and I think you're probably gonna start looking for new friends here pretty soon. I mean, you should continue on your path right now, which is about trying to make yourself happy, within this new year, and try to get some new goals. Because as you start to get into these new goals and you actually start to follow through with them, you're gonna be what's the word I'm looking for? You're going to be um, like attracting new people closer to you, right? You're gonna get new friends. Um, I had a friend post all of her friends tonight for appreciation, even though I helped that friend when she had nobody. She didn't post me until way later until I got upset. It made me cry, which sounds so dumb, but it hurts. Yeah, and I get it. I totally get it. Because And kind of looking at that, at what you just said there, is it because that you mentioned to them like, oh, why didn't you post anything about me? And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, and they posted. Is that kind of how it went, or it just sort of seemed like it came like long afterwards, where it's almost like a afterthought kind of thing? Um, and it's not dumb. It's not dumb at all. I mean, I've been down that road. Appreciation would actually come in very handy, especially when you do something for somebody, and they're not really there for you. You know, yeah, that's what happened. She posted when I said, "Why did you post?" Yeah, see, there we go. I said to her, "I don't want to be an afterthought," and that's true. You're completely correct. And it's funny because I was just thinking about that. I was just saying, like, I'm why am I number two? Like I didn't say it exactly like that, but I mean I usually say afterthought sometimes, but it's an afterthought situation, I think. I mean, we have here the Star, the Two of Earth, and the Page of Fire. Take into consideration what I just told you, what you need to do. Um, we have here the Star card. Really kind of, know your worth for one thing and understand who your true friends are. If they're really not like you know, looking at you like that in that kind of light, then I think it's probably start time to move on. We have here the Two of Earth, which is again we have more Pentacles here for you, right? And I think this is more of a physical relationship than it is a really emotional and supportive one. Um, because we have here also the Page of Fire, or the Page of Wands, and with you within this line of friendships, you're searching for that warmth, but then they're more like the material side of things, like just they're all about like, oh, boyfriend status, relationship status, my boyfriend did this. Oh, I went to go do this kind of thing. And then they have to like post it all the time and get recognition that way. And I think you're kind of opposite from that. Like you don't mind posting on social media and stuff like that, but I think it's all about wanting to like you're more about just really making that connection in social media. Like you really want to be able to say like, oh wow, that's so awesome. We had such a great time. Here are some pictures of me and my friends during that day, right? So you kind of have this different thought process. Um, I struggle with not with mental health stuff, and I need loving friends who are there. And see, I was actually asked. I think I asked you this earlier. I asked you if you were suffering from some type of depression, and we didn't really get around that too. And you're talking about like you're struggling with mental health and stuff like that. And I knew something around that was kind of triggering this a little bit. Um, and I need loving friendships who are there. I know I'm capable of being there just the way I need others to. So it's definitely not one-sided. Yeah, absolutely. So this is going to be very difficult for you. And I think as you start into this new year, it is going to be kind of a rough ride. Um, I think that as you distance yourself, and you could probably go like on a, what I've actually heard recently from one of my other Instagram friends, they went on a social media cleansing, which kind of had them disconnect a little bit. And I think with you disconnecting, um, it may attract certain people to kind of check up on you. And those particular people you actually want to stick with. And I think it's just probably like maybe I just this social media cleansing. I think you're going to come around to maybe two people who actually going to follow up with you. One primarily, and I think um, I don't know. I think you have a guy friend. Um, that's actually kind of nice. But he just, it's not like a relationship or like that. But there's a guy friend out there that might actually, see you as a really good friend. Afterwards, or maybe even that you might actually meet a guy friend. Nothing romantic, but it actually turns into a nice relationship, friendship. I'm buffering. Okay, so it's 11:38 right now. So um, I'm going to cut it off for now until after midnight because I'm gonna go spend some time with my mother, um, and my partner, and we're gonna FaceTime and stuff like that, and for this New Year. And I actually would like to kind of keep this live. So um, bear with me one moment while I gather my things together because we're gonna be doing a whole cleansing. As a matter of fact, I'd like to get my sounding bowl if I remember where I put that thing. Might have left it. Um, yeah, I have one guy friend who has been there, although we don't talk with in depth, not all the time at least. But thanks so much for the clarity. It was nice getting information about that. Yeah, absolutely. And you know, and I'm glad you're actually kind of like, you know, kind of putting some clarity behind this, in terms you have a guy friend, that, and I think that person may actually come around if you kind of do like this whole social cleansing kind of thing, and you can go about however you want to with this whole social cleansing thing. So, stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna put this on pause here for a second, and I'm gonna get ready here for the new year. Okay. Yeah. Uh-oh, this is running out of batteries. Of course it is. I thought I charged you. And you guys are more than welcome to join me um, in this cleansing. What we're gonna do is we're going to misplace my earbuds. Where did I put them? I'll be right back, y'all. 20 minutes. I'm trying to find my sounding bowl so I can. Huh? No, it's not on my desk. I think it's on my car. Okay, let's see here. Okay, guys, I need to take my phone off, but I'm going to be still live here. So I shall return with the video. Okay. Holy cow. And I think I'm live. I should be live. Okay. Juicebox, you asked for a follow-up. So I didn't see a donation. Did you do a donation or anything like that? I didn't see one because you did ask for a follow-up. I wasn't actually sure what that was about, but you're more than welcome to clarify with me. Cashapp. Oh, let me double check my Cashapp. I just got, if you guys are following on my Instagram, I just did a live stream just now cleansing my house. So let's see here, accounts. Do I have my Cashapp on here? Oh, wow, I don't. I trust you that you did. I'm just making sure that it went through correctly. That's all. You are entitled to your donation and reading. And you just wanted to know, what does she want from me? And if I do reach out, what can I expect? She wants that D. That 2021 D. Just kidding. Uh, 521 591 521. That's my card. What the heck? Why does it want all that information all of a sudden? Counts. Card number starting with 4778. What the heck number is that? Oh. I'll figure it out. I just think because I put in the correct account number. So anyway, so you wanted to follow up. It's kind of weird ending. She said she wanted to be friends, but I can tell she was running from her emotions. Getting hurt and getting attached. Just want to know, what does she want from me? Okay, let's see what she wants. Well, you know, you can also be very intuitive. You know, I mean, especially if you know, I don't know how long you've been together. I'm just taking a stab in the dark here. I'm guessing like 5 years. Might like actually been in an official relationship between 3 and 5 years. Um, but you've known each other a little bit longer than that. I'd probably say about 10 years or so, 10 plus years. You guys actually known each other, but actually been in an actual relationship for like 3 to 5 years. Hmm. Like I said, I was just taking a stab in the dark. I wasn't expecting to actually know that number. Okay, so two cards popped out. We have the Nine of Air, the Five of Earth, and right now I'm asking, you know, what is it exactly she expecting out of you? Um, well, she's not needy. I'm getting something that she's not needy here. First of all, I have the Nine of Air, the Five of Earth, which is also the Nine of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. But we also have the Six of Wands along with the Wheel of Fortune. But that's actually in reverse. What I'm getting from this one right here, she's. I don't know. For some reason, I'm getting like something about like a lax attitude. Like she does look for room to breathe. She's, I mean, with hence with the Nine of Air, um, the Nine of Swords, it's like I don't know. Does she ever have like bad dreams a lot? Like she had problems sleeping at night. Um, and does she also have some issues like with her family as well? Um, and does she have an issue with her family as well? Yeah. This is how I have figured out this. We have the Nine of Air, the Five of Earth, and the Six of Water, followed by the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And I feel like that all these are connected with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So it's like, you know, she's having these anxiety issues where that's where the commitment issue is coming in. I think she's had a problem with like being reliant on someone that she actually cares for. Um, when it comes to you though, I feel like that it's almost as if she kind of looks for you to fill in those voids in a way. I wouldn't say be the daddy figure or something like that, but you know, like it's almost as if like you're going to be like the thing that kind of help her with your like her childhood in a way. Like you're going to be sort of like the missing link in her childhood because you're going to have fun with her. She wants a very easy life, like a very easygoing one, and something that's very dynamic and just kind of like spacious a little bit. However, though, like I mentioned to you, you shouldn't be spacious to her. You need to be a little bit dominant. Hence why you mentioned that you know she had issues with dad. She didn't much have a dad figure right now because of the whole fact that she had a bad relationship with him, right? So you can actually be not necessarily the dad figure, but you can be the dominant figure in this relationship to where you can help lead her on and tell her, hey, you know it. Wow, this actually is really interesting. You tell her like, hey, look, you need to come with me now. We're gonna have a good time right now, and I don't care how if you feel bad right now. We're going out, okay? Um, now I just pulled out all these fire cards, and that's a Leo card. That's all based on Leo. I have the 7 of fire, the 9 of fire, and the Knight of fire. This is all you. Excuse me. You do need to take charge. You need to take charge. She's not going to expect that out of you, but that's what you need to do. She definitely misses you. She definitely does miss you. Because I pulled out that Gemini earlier, and she is, she would actually like to hear from you. You both like to hear from each other. But, between the two of you, one of you are expecting a call to call each other and stuff like that, to kind of say, hey, I miss your voice and stuff like that. I think one of you need to break the silence, and it's definitely not going to be her. It's going to be you. Or at least you're going to do it. Not just because you're the guy, but it's because she's not going to do it because she has like anxiety issues. And I feel that a little bit that she might feel that it's also her fault too. She feels the fact that she's been kind of pushing away, and you've been giving her that space and stuff like that. And I think she kind of feels that it might have been her fault just a little bit. We got a Page of Water in reverse, the 8 of Fire upright. And then we have the Lover's card in reverse here. So it's going to take some time for this to actually kind of develop. I mean, I'm not saying that with the Lover's card here in reverse, it's going to be a bad thing. However, though, I just feel like that's going to be like a something that needs to grow. You did mention that you guys got into quick. You guys have this kind of relationship. Excuse me. Oh no, rude. You guys have like this, connection. So, go with your gut feelings. Trust your intuition. And I'm actually getting a ringing in my ear, so this is probably correct. Go with your intuition. When you feel that you need to make a move, make that move. Don't push back and be like, okay, she needs looking for her space. You need to kind of like comfort her, like make love tangible. All right, like make it like a blanket for her. Like she needs to have some type of comforting blanket, and you can actually take that a different approach. Like when you notice something going on with her, even though she says she's not hungry, bring her something that she'll actually really enjoy, a small treat of some sort, or watch something that she likes to watch but you don't like to watch. I feel like that you guys actually have that kind of difference a little bit. Like she likes a particular show that you may not like. I wouldn't say that you guys like different music, but I think there's a particular style of or like artist that she likes, and you're kind of like, she's all right. So you kind of put that music on, like and do something spontaneous, like dance with her, things like that. It's just about like creating a tangible moment with love. You did that? What you did? Which part? But I think you need to make the move, and when you do, she'll be actually happy. But it's gonna start off slow. Um, you know, when you guys get together, I think what's gonna happen is she's gonna like one of you guys gonna invite one of each other back at you guys' house, and I think that's where it's gonna go bounce, wow, wow. Like I really feel like there's a strong sexual connection between the two of you. You do like the same things. So like, I mean, I'm just kind of speaking out of general here, like like just kind of picking at the things that she likes. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at. Like the artist that she really like favors, or the food that she really favors. Like jot it down, like on your phone. That way, it's sort of like a backup plan for you, right? So you're going to be like, wow, she's really feeling down, or she's really being kind of aggressively pushy and being very distant. It's time to bring out the big guns, right? And therefore, you know, might spontaneously come out with like, surprise her like, hey, let's watch this movie. I got a fondue fountain for us. Like she like it'll be like half as she expected, and but like I believe that food is like a connection in a way too. So Okay, so I hope that kind of helped you out a little bit. But I do feel that, you know, the stem of everything right now is coming from her past and her family. Like, you know, especially with her like not sleeping and stuff like that. Um, like she needs like some type of hobby of some sort to kind of wear her out, so that way she can like get a good night's rest. Um, and treat her nice. I really do. I do feel that the both of you together, you create like a really hot spark between the two of you. Not common does two Leos come together, and usually things become, you know, compatible. You know, but I do see that, you know, uh, that the two of you can create a really bright light. So give it some time, though. You know, give it some time in terms of like, you know, calling it an official relationship, but you can definitely, you know, speed things along by, you know, trying to be there for her, and you know, trying to like, you know, talk to her to get to her good side, you know, with food or sex or music, whatever the case may be. Okay. So I yes so you guys are welcome to ask your question. I'm going to choose it random. So when you do post your question, I need a name, your sign, and the question. If it's a relationship question, you're going to put both your names and both your signs and the question all in one comment. It makes it a little bit easier for me to find. And post your picture, post your chat now, and I'll choose it at random. Yeah, Juice. That's what you're going to need to work on too. If you're having those kind of problems, and that's kind of like the blind leading the blind too, if you think about that. So you need to kind of find ways to kind of channel your anxiety as well, because it's not going to work out. It's going to happen. It's just going to repeat itself if one person doesn't take assertiveness, or the dominant side of, I wouldn't say assertive, that's the wrong word, but the dominant side of the relationship to try to like, you know, take control, and you know, be the caring one, to be like, okay, I'm the man. I'm the person who's gonna run this bitch. Get in the kitchen and make me a goddamn sandwich while you're, you know, going down. Um, I don't think you will be rejected. I think she likes you more than you know. So anyway, anybody, I'm gonna take one more question, but um, whoever wants to do next reading, next random question, or next random pick, I'm going to choose. Make sure you have your name, the sign, and the question. Otherwise, thank you very much, Juice. I really appreciate that. And you too as well. All right. Next 10 to 15 seconds. If I don't get another question right now, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Okay, Bree. Anything coming towards you for love in 2021? Well, let's look into like the next, I don't know, the first half of 2020. Well, that's too broad. Let's look into maybe the first 3 months of 2021. Up till April works for me. Okay, I'm good. That's when my schedule is good. All right. Let's see here. All right. Tell me about the Scorpio's love. Will she find love up till April? Well, it's two positives out of 3 cards. You have here the High Priestess, the Tower card, which is 16, and you got the Ace of Pentacles. So, I'm not sure if I'm projecting myself here, but I kind of see myself in you a little bit. I feel that you kind of put on, not a facade, but I feel that you kind of put on, like, I want to say an alternate ego. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's almost as if like you put on like this face of perfectness when you meet people and stuff like that, but then you kind of don't want to show not necessarily your true colors, but it's almost like you kind of making compromise to be with or wanting to continue whatever this connection that you're experiencing to continue into a new relationship. And I think that you really need to kind of focus on I think you need to kind of focus on like being your true self a little bit when you're meeting people. Like for example, uh maybe you're like a very flirtatious and very kind of naughty talk kind of type of person, right? But then you kind of like you kind of hold back a little bit because you really like the person, and you kind of like, okay, I'll introduce the naughtiness a little bit, but then it's sort of like you really want that naughtiness to come out and be able to express that with somebody, and then therefore the connection kind of loses the heat because you don't have a compatibility. So I do feel that you will be meeting somebody, but don't ignore your what you call it, the way how you act and the way how you feel or you want this relationship to be like, because I feel like the next person, it is going to be a dude, hopefully, right? I feel like this dude's going to have a curly hair or some sort. I'm seeing curly hair for some reason when I'm drawing this image in my head, and this person is going to kind of like not naughty, but it's like a balance between like good guy, bad guy kind of thing, which kind of attracts you. But don't hold back and just let yourself, like when you see this kind of sign, this person, like just be yourself, And I kind of see this towards like in between now and April and August. So yeah. So I think that you will find somebody. The thing is, it's like a conditional kind of thing. If you're not going to be yourself when you meet this person, then if I'm to pick and choose a month here. I don't know, like for some reason, like May keeps coming up here. Maybe the month of May might be the time when you probably start noticing this person, and you kind of want to let yourself go and kind of just be yourself, because I think you're going to attract this person. I'm not sure if you're on any dating sites or like that, but I do see somebody getting attracted to you, and they're actually going to come to you first. So I'm looking to see what this kind of guy would be like. This guy actually just got a relationship, 6 of Swords, for one thing. He has a Page of Swords and a Page of Cups in reverse. So he's very specific about what he's looking for. And I think that's why this connection is actually going to come through really like swiftly. And if I'm to actually kind of pick a number between 1 and 5. You're no longer on it. 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what kind of person this guy is. Oh, this is weird. I picked out these air cards, these swords cards, and I have Uranus, Earth, Air, and Virgo. And I'm thinking it's gonna be like an an Earth symbol, air rising kind of thing. Um, Very grounded type person, but then might become very outgoing and very talkative. Very uh, um, very energetic. He will be slow at first. I have the Uranus here card in reverse, and he's actually going to be kind of slow, I think, when you first meet him. So don't let that discourage you. Um, as you both like get to know each other, steam will then pick up. Let's see here. Cap or Aquarius is what I'm looking for based on my chart. Capricorn or Aquarius. Well, I did mention sun, Earth sign. I didn't even look at what you just said until now. And I did say that this is going to get an Earth sign rise with the air sign rising. And I said this because I have this. Look at that. And you said you want a Capricorn or Aquarius, right? And those are exactly right up in your alley. Pretty cool stuff. Pick a number between 1 and 12. 10. Yellow Miracle. Now, I haven't read the book to this right here, so just kind of intuitively looking at this right now, kind of comparing it to what we're just talking about right now. I feel this is going to be a very positive match. You probably want to work on your solar plexus though. But when you're working on your solar plexus chakra, I feel that you probably need to put a little more like energy into like the universe driving you forward. Like I feel like that you don't like the whole like you like doing this chart stuff like that, but there's sometimes you feel like that faith is not a really big thing. Like you like to be in control. That's why you like your charts and stuff like that, right? but kind of put your your trust in the universe a little bit to kind of help drive you forward. I wish I had my book with me right now, but I don't. Oh, actually, no, I do. Hold on. No, I don't. Of course I don't. Oh, wait. I had it here all this time. Let's see here. Miracle. It says here, Darkville is a town of self-centered people. One day, Betty is given too much change after making a purchase, and she returns the extra money. A brilliant light bursts from the stump of a dead oak tree in the center of the town. The citizens are bewildered by the sudden brightness, but neither question the sun sparkler nor change their cheating ways. One day, a child asks it why it came. One day, a child asks it why it came. It tells her that it shines for all that is good and in the world, and appears when a good deed occurs. The residents of Darkville are touched and become more selfless. So the inspiration of this is: do you let someone in, or do you pretend not to see them? You cannot shut out pain without shutting out pleasure. Kindness exists in lend magic to integrity. The presence of inspiration is integrity. Can I be counted on? And the keywords is integrity, gifts, and rewards. And so when you're meditating on this, imagine a warm yellow light pouring down from the heavens. Stand directly under the vibrant energy as it showers over you. Allow all material worries to melt away. Sun Sparkler will speak to you now when you are finished. Return to your normal consciousness and write down what you have heard. Pretty cool stuff. I also brought up my book of color here real quick. I thought that'd be kind of fun to look at, to see what kind of let's see here. Well, gold. It just landed on gold, and check this out. You have a unique ability to make those in your presence feel relaxed, loved, and appreciated. You truly have a golden touch. You're quite successful in business and financial matters, and you live quite well. This quality can have a negative side, since you love expensive items and spending money. If you do not exercise restraint, you may find yourself buying things you really do not need. You are a people person and enjoy large parties and loud, um, voluble gatherings. You are a natural leader, but you may have unrealistic expectations, biting off more than what you can chew. When it comes to work, do your best to set realistic goals, lest you become overwhelmed and overstressed. Work in public relations, real estate, sales, or as a television personality would play to your strengths. And the words that describes those with a gold personality, because I'm relating to this miracle card here: authentic, charismatic, conceited, discriminating, honest, joyful, magnetic, materialistic, overconfident, positive, and reliable. And if you dislike gold, material things or financial success are not at the top of your list of priorities. You see gold as too ostentatious and prefer instead to blend in. So, hello, Moon. And so I wonder if that vibes with you. This is actually a pretty fun book. You might find me on TikTok. I'm actually going to be doing a bunch of color theory on TikTok for the fun of it, as well as Instagram, and YouTube. So, hope that was helpful. And very cool. That's actually the first time I ever used that book in these readings. So this it's a lot of fun. So oh, Moon, thank you very much for the donation. Where did you make the donation through? PayPal. I would look it up on my iPhone, but trust the old Android for now. I take it you're Jennifer. Thank you very much, Jennifer. So, what is your question? Brianna, it is my pleasure. Thank you very much. Come on, Moon Honey. Moon Honey. I would love to know what the year has in store. And what is your sign? And pick a number between 1 and 10. Eight. All right. Cancer. What does this Cancer have in store for 2021? Well, it's funny. You're actually going to be kind of experimenting, not experimenting, but experiencing a flurry of things. I would say like at the beginning of the year, it's going to kind of start off slow. I have the Ace of Cups here in reverse. And I'm getting the sense, and along with the Nine of the Wands here. Now I'm getting a sense that you probably had some plans to pick things up, like go on hikes or go on adventures or some type of just some type of project, so to speak. However, though, I feel like it's not going to pick up right away, or at least too fast, and it's not as fast as you'd like it to go, or it's not going at the pace that you want it to go to. Like the beginning of 2021 is going to start off just a little bit slow, but I wouldn't fear too much on that. So I'm going to pull a clarifier card on that. And we have here the Princess of Swords. I do feel that you're going to be networking with a lot of people, though. I feel that you're going to be a little more chatty than your usual self. And we got the Seven of Pentacles here, along with the Ace of Pentacles as your clarifier cards. So I get the sense here that what's going to happen is that as you start networking, you're going to be kind of going back and forth on your path. You're going to be kind of moving forward. You're going to take a few steps back, and then you might get discouraged a little bit, but you want to continue moving forward. And if you do go backwards a little bit, take that as sort of like a reboot, not to get discouraged as if like, oh, the things are not working, I'm kind of back to square one. And I think that's kind of what you're fearing right now, because you're fearing that maybe I have to start back with square one kind of thing. And I think that kind of happened quite a bit in 2020, but it's going to happen again in this year too. But the whole backstepping though is actually a good thing, because these are actually sort of like second chances for you to kind of like rework the project that you're working on. Now, further going into the year, we have the Five of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. And that's kind of what I was talking about. Like, you're kind of you might be looking at, you might get discouraged on a few things, hence the Five of Cups here. You might get discouraged, or you might kind of focus too much on the failure than taking some of the positives from that failure, right? So you kind of need to work on that a little bit. We do have the Knight of Pentacles here, so make sure that you are steady with your finances too. You're going to need to really make sure that you're budgeted out correctly. And just make sure you understand your money flows like that. You're not going to be hemorrhaging anything, but this is definitely not necessarily like a true warning, just something that you need to be aware of, right? Star here in reverse. I'm getting the sense that you don't have to worry too much about starting what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you don't have to worry too much about like, oh, this path that I'm on, I need to get onto a new one, or am I doing right on this path? You're doing fine. As you're moving into 2021, you're going to do fine. And the path that you're on right now, which I said is sort of like a, you're going to get into some networking and stuff like that, and maybe a few projects here and there. So it's going to, I think it's going to work out like later in the year. As you start to network, you're going to get into some opportunities. Some clarifiers with this one. You're getting a lot of Pentacles, for one thing. We got the Temperance card along with the Pentacles. So I think this is just a big sign. You really need to actually kind of like, just pay attention to your finances, okay? I think you're going to, as you get network, I think this kind of happens with you sometimes. Like, when you get into a project, you kind of like, oh, okay, here's my credit card, right? And I'm metaphorically speaking here. Like, I think you like to provide when it comes to the project, right? Like, you kind of like, oh, I need you to get this, I need to do this, I need to do this. Like, you start providing. Either you expend your finances, or you expend your energy, or even both. I think it's kind of a mix of both, but more on finances, that you might kind of be the support runner for whatever this project is, or whatever you're going to be getting yourself into. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that make sure that your ducks are in a row, right? That your finances are going to be squared away. We got a King of Pentacles and a King of Cups, along with the Six of Wands. So, I'm not sure if you're in a relationship right now, but I think you might be meeting somebody. It might be either a masculine figure or just a man. I'm wanting a job change. Basically, quit my job. I love to do YouTube full time. Interesting. And this could what be like your collaboration. And I'm talking about social networking, right? So YouTube is a complete social networking deal. I do have here the King of Pentacles along with the King of Cups. So I do think that you will be networking with somebody. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing much of a romance here. But I do see you getting in touch with a guy, or at least a very masculine figure, or like a dominant figure, that is. And you're going to be kind of like, kind of happy. I mean, you're going to be kind of getting like these goals here. I mean, you do have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is like sort of like a fast-paced kind of motion that I'm getting out of here. That you're gonna get, once you get this help from somebody, like they're gonna give you like some direction or whatnot. That's what you're gonna be able to take off. I'm kind of interested to kind of see what you're doing for your YouTube. So you should probably hit me up next time. You're more than welcome to hit me up on Instagram under the same name, groovdafied. And I'll be more than happy to kind of talk with you and see what you can do free, that is. In terms of getting your YouTube videos off the ground and whatnot. You said you're number 8, so let's take a look at your chakras here. Hi, Shakai. This is actually gonna be my last reading unless you do a donation of $5 or $7. I'll take your reading, but this is actually gonna be the last one. Oh, you're a reader. Awesome. Let's see here. I hope everything I'm telling you is vibing with you. So let's see here. And 8. Very interesting. Completion. Right? And we just got to talking about, like, getting into your projects and stuff like that, right? And then we have this orange card, the orange color here, in terms of, your sacral, which is exactly what you want to do. You want to get to something that you're really happy and very pleasured about, right? And this is actually really interesting, the fact that you're getting the completion. Let's look into this card and see what this is all about. I usually don't like reading from manuals, but this is an exception because this is more like a what's it called, oracle cards, and I really usually don't read oracle cards too much, except for this one, because this is just more on the chakras, and there's like these different stories behind it. So the completion, which is the final sunset, he was raised in an orphanage and never wore new boots until he enlisted in the army in 1942. But at the end of the war, he was decorated veteran and had survived what many of his brothers had not. Later, he became an actor. He was well loved, but history will remember him as a war hero. When he was finally laid to rest, Goddess smiled upon him as she received him into the heavens. The inspiration here is, this is a reminder to cherish all the beauty in your life, including endings. Reflect upon your part in history and discover what you value most. Do not fear completion, embrace it. That's very interesting, and it kind of resonates with what I was just talking to you about, right? It's kind of weird how this kind of fits in. I love when stuff like that kind of happens. I was just talking about, like, how, you're taking a look at your finances, and as things are not, what was I saying? Like, things are not, you may go a step backwards and stuff like that, and you might get discouraged from it. You need to continue forward. And I'm talking about, that's exactly what I just got to talking about right now. And you got the freaking completion card. I mean, how freaking cool is that, right? I mean, I love it when stuff like this happens. The personal inquiry is, am I present in the moment? How do I respond to the idea of completion? Honoring your legacy, a natural ending to a grand adventure, a new beginning on the horizon, a new adventure, honoring those who give to us. And the keywords here is achievement, determination, and fulfillment. That is freaking awesome. And so, and since we're on the color here, orange, sacral, let's look up the color orange here. I love this book. Orange. You are the life of the party and truly thrive in social settings. Beneath this gaiety, you also crave the respect and admiration of your peers and feel a constant pressure to keep up with others. Orange is a combination of equal parts red and yellow, and your personality reflects this. You are assertive when you need to be, a red trait, but this assertiveness is tempered by an innate friendliness, a yellow trait. You have a deep-seated need to challenge yourself in all areas of your life, and you take risks easily. Loyalty is not your strong suit, as you are often looking for the next new and exciting thing, place, or person. You would thrive in a high-activity job. Consider firefighting, law enforcement, or product sales. And the words that describe those with an orange personality: adventurous, assertive, enthusiastic, fickle, friendly, gregarious, motivated, optimistic, resilient, sociable, and tolerant. And if you dislike orange, you're more of an introvert, most comfortable with a small group of friends or in a one-on-one situation. Social situations often make you nervous. You detest braggarts and avoid ostentation in all of its forms. So this is actually pretty interesting. Very, very cool. Love this book. That's the second time I actually got to read from that. So I hope that really resonates with you. Hit me up on Instagram, groovdafied, and you can definitely chat tarot and things like that, and hopefully give you some ideas on how you can get off the ground. I'm more than welcome, happy to help you out. This is not necessarily my primary business or anything like that. I just kind of do this as a hobby. So yeah, good luck to you on your channel. And you don't have Instagram, you got to get on Instagram if you're going to do a YouTube channel with tarot readings, stuff like that, because you need to be able to communicate with a broader audience. I really highly recommend that. But by all means, though, yeah, even Peaceful at Ease says that a lot of people will find you very popular. So I wish I was just as popular. Anyway, but that's because my my views in terms of how I want to do this channel, I kind of kind of hit these different genres, but that just things that I just kind of enjoy doing. So anyways, thank you very much, everybody. This is actually be my last reading the night, and it's definitely been a pleasure doing these readings here, and it kind of gave me an idea of how I probably want to continue doing these readings. Anyways, my name is Anthony, and I encourage you all to join me on my workout journey too, which I actually do. I'm actually on this workout journey to kind of like lose weight and get like more lean. But let's see here. Yeah, so everybody, happy New Year. It's now 2021. Let's start this new year with the blast, right? All right. Peace out.